Critics said it was an unfair, unenforceable law. Supporters said something had to be done and that it would make New Mexico safer. The law requiring background checks on private gun sales has been in place now for more than a year. On special assignment, News 13's Lizzie Mitri checks in to see if that law is working.
It's a misdemeanor to privately sell a gun without getting a background check on the buyer, with the exception of selling to an immediate family member or law enforcement.
And it's really just to keep guns out of the hands of people who shouldn't have them.
In the first year since that law went into effect on July 1st, 2019,
it's law.
Court records show no one has been charged for an illegal sale.
We spent a lot of time, a lot of resources, and a lot of money trying to enact this law that's done absolutely nothing.
Cibola County Sheriff Tony Mace, who's also president of the New Mexico Sheriff's Association, has publicly slammed the legislation since lawmakers first proposed it in the Roundhouse. Still, when she signed it into law, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham seemed confident that even sheriffs who opposed it would get on board.
They will enforce this law. They will do their job and duty.
But 1 year later,
we're not enforcing it.
The only law enforcement agency in the state we know of speaking publicly about actively enforcing it is the Albuquerque Police Department.
We want that message to get out to felons to just, if you try, you could be getting a phone call from detectives.
APD has done 2 sting operations, acting as potential buyers and reaching out to private gun sellers to see if they'll require background checks. Out of 50 people, they say they warned roughly 10 about the law during the first operation, then just 2 or 3 during the second. APD has seen firsthand what can happen when nothing stands in the way of a convicted felon going online to buy a gun from a private seller. That's how Devon Lyman got his hands on one before background checks were required. A gun he used to murder APD officer Daniel Webster after he was pulled over on a stolen motorcycle in 2015.
This isn't going to solve every instance of guns getting in the wrong hands, but if we can just prevent, 1 or 2 or half a dozen, it's definitely worth it. We want to keep these guns out of the wrong hands.
Private gun sale background checks in New Mexico are clearly on the rise, but it's unclear whether that's as a result of the new law. Here are the numbers. Green shows the number of background checks on private gun sales in New Mexico every month since the law went into effect, compared with that same month the year before in red. You can see the surge after the coronavirus outbreak hit the state, but the numbers were climbing even in the 8 months before that. Of course, those are the people following the rules. To do sting operations to catch people breaking the law is just not feasible, Sheriff Mace says.
I have limited resources, limited staff, limited manpower. That's not something that I can, that I'm going to focus a whole lot of time on is trying to bait people into a private transfer. There's a lot of other things that are going on that are more important that we could be dealing with.
We asked Democratic Representative Debbie Sariñana of Albuquerque about this. She sponsored the House version of the bill for background checks.
I believe it does save lives. I believe it depends on the department and the leadership in that department, how much this law is enforced.
Essentially, she's saying the law is only as good as the agencies enforcing it.
APD is doing a great job. They are working with us. I'm hoping other ones will come along.
APD says the department was going to move from the educational phase of giving out warnings into the enforcement phase when the pandemic hit. So that's on hold for now. On special assignment, Lizzie Mitri, KRQE News 13.
We reached out to the governor's office. They responded with a statement saying in part, and this is a quote, "Perhaps if some sheriff's offices spent a little less time blatantly flouting critical public health policies, they would be more able to invest their time protecting their communities from gun violence." To read the full statement and get a more in-depth look at the data on background checks, you can check out this story at krqe.com.